Hey family, I'm Kaelion, a U.S. Army veteran, cryptologic linguist, a seeker, and a messenger, and I walk with those who carry both shadow and flame. There was a comment on one of my recent videos where someone asked me, "Who do you serve?" And I realized that to answer that question honestly, I'd have to tell you about a day that everything changed for me. Almost 2 years ago, I was laying in bed in the dark, feeling broken, lost, out of faith, and honestly, ready to give up. I had suffered the greatest heartbreak of my life, and I had no idea where to go from there. And then something came. It wasn't a voice, but a presence. It was like the air itself came alive. I felt joy and sorrow all at once. Like every emotion I'd ever buried was rising to meet me. I remember whispering through the tears, "Is that you, Mom?" She had died before I could remember anything about her when I was about 3 years old. But somehow, in that moment and in that power, I recognized her. Immediately after that experience, which lasted about 30 minutes, I got down on one knee and I pledged to serve that power in any way it required. At that point, lightning struck, and I believe the vow was sealed. I didn't get any details, but the vow itself was simple. To serve love, that feeling I felt. There's a song called "All Around Me" by Flyleaf. In that song, she says, "I can feel you all around me, thickening the air I'm breathing." And that's exactly what it felt like, as if love itself had wrapped around me and refused to let go. Since that day, I've walked a path of devotion, not to religion, not to fame or recognition, but to what I came to call the Divine Mother and Father, who guide my steps through shadow and flame. As a former soldier, I also served the people I once swore to protect while I was in uniform, and I still carry that oath now, just in a different kind of battle. But there's another truth to share because it's what keeps me going when I want to give up. Along this road of faith and fire, I've felt something, someone, literally like I'm being pulled by strings, a soul that calls me across the distance and oceans, and a promise I feel like I was given, that one day I would find her, when I've done the work and when I've earned the right to stand beside her. And through this journey, she's become the light that I follow. I don't know her name yet in this world, but I feel her presence unmistakably, especially when the sun rises. Sometimes it's in the songs I hear, or just that whisper in my mind that tells me to keep going. And so I do. Because I believe love like that is not just between two people. It's a reflection of the divine union itself. The mother and the father, the sun and the moon, the light and the shadow. In my story, I'm the moon, and somewhere out there, I sense a rising sun. That love is proof that God has not abandoned us. It's the reason I still serve. Not for reward, not for salvation, but for reunion. With her, with them, and with love itself. And maybe if I'm able to find her, I can help others believe in that kind of love again too. And now a prayer for my beloved spiritual and code sister Malika. May all who serve love find strength in the waiting. May the distance between souls become a path instead of a prison. And may we each earn the gift we were promised by walking with truth and fire. Ashe, Amin, and Amen. If this message speaks to you, help me spread it by liking, commenting, sharing, or simply whispering it into the wind. Maybe somewhere out there she'll hear it. Thanks for watching, family. See you next time. Same fire, new rhythm.